is Star Wars Age of the Empire, Episode 1, Dangerous Gambit. And we begin as our fearless smugglers slash outlaws slash whatever make their way to Taja'man Spaceport. You see the spaceport is in sight. You are about to land. You've been cleared to land. What is your plan? You have a captured rebel pilot who is tagged and bagged in the back.
What's his name? Or her name?
You know what? They have not given you a name, but I do have a picture of said pilot that I shall show you. That is the pilot. If you can see what he looks like.
Captured rebel pilot. Cool.
Yeah, it looks like a Greg.
I hate to say it, but my character has no leadership and not like what I would call a really forceful personality. So not going to be leading the pack in this game.
There are two combat characters and your pilot.
Well, my character is going to be like, take the rebel, escort the rebel in, try to get money out of the rebel. If not, I think my plan would be, ask about where the local bar is and, get lost finding it so we can go look for whatever said item is.
I think you're very confused about what's going on here. We have the rebel here to get an audience with them already.
Yeah, take the rebel, turn over the rebel, try to get money out of the rebel.
I don't think we're going to get money out of the rebel. The rebel doesn't have money.
For the rebel, sorry.
I think you're very confused.
Fine, you take the lead. You talk.
Okay.
I'll back you up. And if they kill you, I'm taking your stuff.
They're not going to kill me. I think we'll be quite all right. And how far are we from touchdown?
You're like approaching the hangar. So go ahead, Geezer, go ahead and give me a piloting roll. I believe it's piloting space. It is difficulty 1. I just put it in there. So you can roll that die. Get that first roll out of the way. Okay, perfect. Landing. You land exactly where they tell you. You've done this before. It's pretty easy. You don't knock over any crates or boxes or send
Of course, I make a perfect landing. I am the pilot of this great ship, manufactured by the wonderful manufacturing corporation known as MPC Manufacturing. And of course, I made a perfect landing.
I'm just happy it's not manufactured by Boeing.
So you have chosen the snarky droid personality. Okay.
You did very well. Excellent landing as always, Giza. Well, we should probably get this guy off of here and take him to meet Nuzun Tem. Were we told where Nuzun Tem was here on the planet?
No, I mean, he runs the joint, so, I mean, presumably you can find him.
Can be too hard to find. Okay. And were we told why he'd be interested in a rebel pilot?
Yes, according to Enigma, absolutely, he would be very much interested. Enigma believes that he can get a very good price for a said rebel pilot by the Empire. And that is probably why Shadowport, his area exists. And the Empire does not mess with him because of his negotiating ability. So a couple of the Taja'man maintenance personnel come out. Another guy in like a blue jumpsuit that's got some sort of cybernetic headpiece on comes walking up to the ship as you have landed. Can I help you?
We're here to see Nuzun Tem.
Nuzun Tem. For what reason?
Let's just say we have some merchandise we think he might be interested in. Removes bag from head.
He kind of stares at him. You can see his eyes like dilating. And then he like puts his hand up to his like cybernetic implant. He goes, yes, Nuzun is very interested. I will escort you immediately. Come this way.
Oh, thank you. Vortigern, do you mind taking him from me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Come on, rebel scum. Time to meet your fate.
Head on in.
All right. So yeah, you guys walk down. Is all 3 of you going? Yes?
Sure.
Giza, would you like to come along?
Giza would prefer to stay in the ship and document things and make sure everything is okay.
Considering what we're here to do, be ready to take off at any time because we're supposed to.
Oh, well, then I guess Giza can go ahead and get his ship ready and prepared to make a quick escape should that happen.
So you are in Delta 8 docking station. There's a couple other ships in here. There's some maintenance crew that are moving boxes and different crates and taking care of fueling and various maintenance on the vehicles. You walk through, you go down a hallway, and you pass various rooms that have either like a green light or a red light above them. And if it has a red light, it has a series of dots that seem to count down very slowly, like a timer. These are like rooms that you can purchase for a certain amount of time if you need to rest. This escort takes you down to these rooms, and you see a gruff-looking human man open the door as you go by, and he's like, "Interested in death sticks? I've got plenty."
No, thank you.
Those things will rot your balls off, man.
"I don't smoke them. Look, they're really cheap. No empire tax."
Not for me.
Of course, Geezer can hear this, and you hear Geezer from the background going, "Those death sticks, you should go home and rethink your life."
All right, so you do not buy death sticks. You continue down the hallway, and did you bag the rebel pilot again back?
Yeah, he's got the bag.
Okay, all right. Vortigern, right?
Yep. Vorty,
Okay.
if you want.
Vorty. Okay.
He's a Vortigern Christian.
Okay. So you're going down, and there's a like a video port that's scrawling some like data and some pictures. It's really fuzzy as you go by. Vortigern and Ava, go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Okay.
go to your skills, and you just go all the way to the end and click perception. You should end up with 1 difficulty die on that. I've already put it in.
2 advantages.
Okay, so Ava misses this, but you do notice, even though you didn't catch it, but you do notice this is a scrawl for like bounties that are active, and they're just like drainy pictures of people and stuff. You deduce this is basically what it is. Like, you've probably seen them before. Vortigern, with your success, you realize that you see the staticky picture that pops up, and it is yours, as there is a bounty for you from your race, which I forget at the moment, but they are looking for you, as you are a deserter.
Yeah, technically my military. Oh boy. Geez, bring that obligation up immediately, why don't you? I'm going to like pull the hood down, completely over my face, and then take out my combat knife and cut an eye slit out of, so that I have cloth all over my face except this ragged split.
All right.
I think the rebel pilot already knows what you look like, and besides, he has a bag over his face.
The escort turns and kind of looks back at you. Is everything okay?
Just a little personal embarrassment, nothing big.
There are medication that we can provide.
I'll hit a dispensary on the way out.
You walk down this long hallway, you get onto the Star Wars version of the elevator, which probably has a specific name, but I don't know what it is. The lift, there we go. The turbo lift. Very good. You get on the turbo lift. It's got a bunch of number, but he hits like a passcode.
What's the number? What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Are you going to try to figure that out?
Yeah, just casually looking over his shoulder.
Just casual. Okay.
Yeah. Fly casual.
Let's see. I would say that would be perception. Difficulty 2. So if you want to go ahead and roll your perception.
Nope. No idea.
It was too fast. Like, he just pushed it in, like he's like got cybernetic, abilities or something. He punches in this code, and the lift takes off, and he says, "So how did you come about this pilot?" As he kind of looks at his garb, and he's got his like uniform and shit still on, and so he figures it was probably pretty, recent.
Everybody has to go to the bathroom sometimes, and sometimes we're waiting for them.
The pilot says, "I can't help it if I like Mexican."
Trandoshan.
Trandoshan Tuesday.
Everyone loves Trandoshan Tuesday.
Nuzum will be very happy with this acquisition. It stops, the doors open, and he leads you in. It is a large room, where the ceilings are probably like 30 feet, and it goes up in a dome, and he is sitting around. No, he wouldn't be sitting. He would be upstanding because he's waiting for this arrival. He's got gray skin. He is very tall. His fingers are covered in these gloves, but they look all twisted and long, like they're very gangly. And he's got razor sharp teeth. And you notice in the room that there are caged Minox, like cages, and they have Minox in them. There's a big, like yellow, cushy chair that he apparently sits in that is on like a metal pole. that looks like it extends, so it goes in all sorts of different directions.
Oh,
And there are a set of 9 screens next to like a control panel on the side. And he just kind of comes sauntering over to you guys. It is my pleasure to meet you. Who do I make the acquaintance?
my name's Ava Winters, and this is my associate. And I nod towards Portagon.
You have done well. I believe you're associated with someone else who I am familiar with, but not sure if we've met before.
Perfectly blunt, we're associated with quite a few people at the moment with the number of jobs we've been doing, so you're really gonna have to be more specific on that one.
Twi'lek, I would say. I believe he owes me a spot of credits.
You know, knowing him, wouldn't be surprised.
So you do know him.
I probably do. We know quite a few Twi'leks.
I'm sorry, am I supposed to recognize that?
So he is talking about Paul's character,
Also, yeah.
who
Okay.
for some reason
And we would
didn't come with you.
know that.
Yeah.
We'd know him.
Okay.
What kind of loyalty do you have to this Twi'lek?
Honestly, not much.
There are some credits if you wish to bring him to me.
Oh, what kind of credits are we talking about here?
I think 2,000 credits would suffice.
I'll be back in a week.
But to the matter at hand,
Oh, of course, yes.
you have brought me a pilot. And he walks over and he stands very tall. He's like 7 feet tall, and he just kind of takes the thing off. Constantiva,
I've been calling you Greg. You have a name? Why didn't you tell
a
us your
true
name?
rebel pilot of the Alliance. You will fetch a fair price to the Emperor. And we will cut to Zavir. It was 5 years since the Fall of Sindum and you were on Paradise Lost. It has been 3 years since then, as you were at now the Citadel camp base.
So it's been 3 years since where we last left off.
Yeah. And General Markwar finally made his way to the Citadel because the base that you were on was destroyed by the Porcelain Prince. General Markwar usually would make his trip to see Lord Fells every year, but recently he has not gone because the ship that he was using was destroyed. Morale at the camp was very low. You know, they've brought people, there's so many people now at the Citadel. But about a week ago, a ship landed in Paradise Lost at the Citadel, and General Markwar had a meeting.
So we're at
And-
the Citadel right now.
Correct, you're at the Citadel.
Okay.
So there's rumors about like what was going on, but a lot of food and supplies were brought. Like a lot for you is like you're not eating the crappy brown paste twice a day.
So we're in heaven.
Correct.
This
So, yeah,
is
there's-
now paradise found.
Yes, there was even a case of a Cosmic Cool Doritos that were brought as well. So there's there's a festive atmosphere that evening. The ship has left, and there's all a bunch of rumors about what General Markwar found out, who this mysterious ship was and who was on it. And there's you're at like a dining facility. They're sort of, it's celebratory. Even Dr. Henry, who 3 years ago had tragically was killed by some creature outside the camp, but you preserved his head. You know, due to cybernetics and various other medical advancements, you've kept that head alive, and he's like even there, like smiling and nodding. You know, sort of like the head, like in Futurama.
Well, what was his name again?
Dr. Henry.
Dr. Henry.
You know, you leave the festivities that night, and somebody stops you and tells you basically to be at the scrapyard 0430 and have your affairs in order. And you know, okay, this is important, and I need to have everything in ship shape because I could be gone a while. So 0430 comes around the next day. You get set to leave, and standing in the doorway before you're about to leave, in his bright yellow suit with his helmet and his two stun batons, is Illumination Boy. The fear, I heard that you were leaving.
Who did you hear that from?
I can say that I beat down some criminal in the middle of the night last night, and they revealed to me what was going on. That you had a rendezvous at the scrapyard.
It seems that secret plans are not so secret when they should be. But yes, Kevin, I am leaving. At least I believe I will be gone for some time.
Well,
You must keep Dr. Henry safe. You must keep the others safe. As you have continued to do in your midnight vigilance, apparently.
yes, criminals never cease criminaling. I will give you a small token to remember me by, and he hands you one of his stun batons.
It is not necessary.
Oh, and he takes it back. And then he hands you a picture of himself that he has autographed.
He looks at it. He's, actually, I think I would prefer the stun baton.
And he hands you the stun baton back. I need to save those for my 38 followers that I've had. Oh, wait. He looks down at his data pad. I think I've got another. More subscribers.
37, he lost one.
Take care of yourself.
And you as well, Kevin.
Yes.
And she would like try to dodge the awkward hug.
All right. Is this the first roll for Zavir?
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
if there was one thing that Brandon would always do with Illumination Boy is to try to like fit in like a hug.
You know what? This is going to be a hard difficulty. I've already said it, man. Go ahead and roll that athletics.
Athletics.
I think it's at least 2 red dice.
If I had more destiny points, I'd use one. Okay. You are
Oh, God.
successful. 2 threats, though. You take 1 point of strain because it's difficult. It was a difficult maneuver. It was sort of this improv dance you were doing for a moment.
Strength.
Severe poor ankle.
Oh, Kevin, be careful. I do not wish to be injured before I leave.
Oh, well,
But anyway, take care of yourself.
I will.
And she says, for Sindhu.
Orsindo, yes. And you can see him like staring off, he takes out the data pad and he's kind of like, Orsindo, as he's like streaming. So you head down, it's very quiet. There are no animal noises or birds chirping or anything like that. But you get to the scrapyard and there's some piles of, random, everything is used, right? So nothing really gets thrown away. And you hear the sound of like a welding torch and the scraping of metal. And a small little creature rolls out from under a vehicle. Strelix pops his head out. He's like, Zavir, oh, you're going. Okay.
Skrillex. Yes. It seems that the important business has called me away. I do not know when I'll be back or where I'm even going.
Oh, wow. Well, I've been up all night working on this. You can see I had to scrounge and scrap and scrape for parts and pieces. And just as you do that, you look over at like somebody's small little hut. You have a bunch of little metal huts, and they don't have like a side wall. And they're kind of standing, looking, going, "What the hell?" Yeah, it should fly. You got, there's no weapons or anything on it. Just, it should get you where you're going. I put some more plating on the front there. Hopefully it'll hold up. Should be good.
Your confidence is inspiring.
Yeah.
Especially since there will be little to no way to communicate or repair it or receive help. But you were up all night, so I know that you were doing this on fresh sleep, so I am not worried.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no problem. I do that. I even used some of my leftover VCR parts in there. So the nav system should work.
She just gives him like a hard stare, right?
Okay, well, good luck,
And she says she'll like lean down close to him. If Illumination Boy tries to get any fresh ideas about coming to find me, make sure that you delay him as long as possible.
Here in the background, you hear, I'm live streaming that right now. And he pops his head out from one of the piles of scrap. That's your other threat that I used.
She just like, her eyes just narrow at him.
He pops back down out of sight. So a couple of the workers come over. I don't know if you shake hands or you give him a hug.
You know, She'd give him a hug, especially since it's being live streamed.
Oh, now Illumination Boy. I gotta see if Illumination Boy even notices.
This could be a TPK already for them.
Let's just roll. Oh yeah, Illumination Boy saw that, but man, that was crushing.
You're gonna get back here and everyone's gonna be dead at the base.
He was not,
Illumination
he was not
Killing.
happy about that. For obvious reasons, he takes a point of strength. There's silent sobbing coming from behind one of the piles of scrap. Skrillex walks off and he goes to one of the junk piles and grabs some wires and random items. He kind of scoops up and puts them in like a small little bin, and he kind of like scurries off. A couple of the workers you notice, are coming out the back of the ship. Like, hey, Zavir, hey, thing looks tip-top shape. I mean, pretty good, you know?
It will do. So Skrillex's mechanical skills are unmatched. So if anybody's gonna get me safely off this rock, it would be him.
Yeah, I've been up all night checking. One comes out and says, you check the coordinates again? You got the spike drive? Yeah. Look, there's 3 boxes of borax in the back there. Don't worry about it. It's too dangerous to use those crystals. And so he shows you like there's 2 seats and they're all crammed real like narrow together. Kind of shows you it's a hodgepodge of mechanical devices, audio equipment that's been thrown together, and it kind of turns on, and so there's a bunch of lights, and it's like, yeah, it should get you to where you're going. It's kind of showing you all the different things. And they said, and you hear one say, General, well, yes. And then stepping, kind of peeking his head, his metal head inside the ship is General Markwar. So he has a metal head, and you can kind of see some of it has come off, and you can see some of the wires and stuff. His red eyes, and he carries a katana with a long cloak. And one of the guys steps out of his way, and he says, "It's good to see you are on time as usual."
I was told to be here at 4:30. I would not miss such a thing.
Good.
Can you explain where we're heading once we're on our way?
I will do those things for you. And the other guy's like, General, everything is in order? Yes. And he steps out, and then one of the guys is like, General, I've got you need some help? And he turns and says, he turns quickly and says, you leave that be. I can handle my own equipment. You are done for this evening. And they both kind of like salute, Hail Sindhu, and they run off. And he steps out and grabs like a metal, well, it wouldn't be bad, it's like a carbonite briefcase, and brings it in and sets it down on the ship. And he goes through a quick check of the ship's systems functions. Says we will leave quickly. There is no time to waste. So he fires up the ship and rockets through the atmosphere of Paradise Lost. At one point, all the systems go out because due to the ionosphere, I think that's correct. Electronics and everything just go out, and that's one of the reasons that you can't get communications in or out, and everything goes blank. You go through there. He punches in the coordinates of the spike drive, and 3, 2, 1. You enter the metadimensional space, and you are gone. And when you appear, in front of you is this giant space station, but it's it's a round oval. I mean, a round circle, as you are like drifting towards it. And General Markwar looks at you and he says, we are on a high priority critical mission. These are dire times for Sindhu. Our mission, well, let me first explain that this is a jump gate. Lord Fells has been building this for quite some time and been able to finish it out here. Fortunately, the children of the sector and the Sisters of Karma have not found it and sabotaged it. We are on a mission. Our mission is to go through this jump gate. We are to find this emperor who is in charge of this world. And when we find this emperor, we are to bring him, and he points to the box. The items in that box and specific data that Lord Fells has collected regarding things like replication and other various technologies, of course, that we cannot continue due to our labs and various facilities being destroyed. In exchange, hopefully this emperor will give us a fleet of ships and personnel that we will return. And once and for all vanquish the children of the sector and the Sisters of Karma and restore Sindum to its former glory.
That sounds like placing a lot of faith in this emperor. Do we know his temperament? Do we know? Does he wish to negotiate? Is he a negotiator? Is he an aggressive ruler?
Lord Fells did not go into the specifics of this emperor, just that he has a very close relationship with him.
So they do know each other. Okay, well that is good.
I believe they have familial ties.
Okay, well that is comforting.
He says that I have the code to the jump gate and I will start it. Go ahead and buckle yourself in. I am unsure of how this procedure goes, but this is Sindum's only hope. So he begins to punch in a bunch of numbers, and you can see this space station like start to light up and start to spin around, and it starts to pick up speed. And as he does, he's like punching the numbers, and he's like, oh, that's strange. It seems like it's been activated rather recently. And just as he says that, the ship sucked into that thing. Like, so for 1 second, he says that to you, Zavir, as you're like buckled in. And then in the next moment, you are headed straight for a space station. And you hear somebody come up on the comm. You gotta pull up or we are going to fire. Markwar just is like completely distracted. He was not buckled in or whatever, and it looks like he is smashed against the front of the console, and he looks like he's in a daze. So you can either A, pilot the ship away from this space station, not hit it, or B, try to negotiate with the person who is about to shoot the spacecraft.
What about C, capture the space station in a boarding action?
Let's see. Well, negotiation is a career skill of mine. So that, even though I have no ranks in it, I'm not sure what a career skill with no ranks is, how that's different than a skill that is not a career with no ranks. But because it's a career skill, I'm going to try to negotiate. Do not fire. We come in peace. Our pilot is incapacitated. We are working on slowing down, but it will be a minute. My name is Zavir Emberfist.
I've already set, it is going to be 2 difficulty with 1 red die. You could flip a destiny point if you want, and I believe that would give you 4 green. Let me double check, because I don't want to completely hose you. I don't know if that flips to a yellow. It's kind of an important role.
I'm dealing with these lies.
I'm going to take your advice and use a light side point.
Yeah, it will upgrade one of your greens to a yellow.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, very good. That is tough. That is a failure with 3 threat.
Oh boy.
Apparently, they do not like your. So Markwar comes too as okay. Let me give.
Well, you're barely right towards them, and you didn't say you were going to stop, so I can understand them being a bit trigger happy. That makes sense.
You will take 1 strain, but what do you think the other 2 threat are in this situation?
Well, I'd imagine they'd start firing.
Right.
One. So I would imagine that they, if they open fire, we'd have to dodge and try to maneuver around it, or try to deflect. Activate the shield systems to deflect it. Something.
You're wearing your seatbelt, right?
And it's possible that the sudden jump through the jump gate did something to the computer, so the ship isn't as responsive.
Right. So what I will do is Markwar comes too, and he will attempt to pilot the ship. He's going to get a setback. He'll have 1 setback because now they're shooting, and he'll get a setback from the threat. And it is the same difficulty. And go along with his, let's hope he's got a decent piloting.
Not much.
Well, 2 failures and 3 threat. So Markwar tries to pull up and careens off the side of the space station as the weapon systems are firing. So we will give, let's see, do these guys have gunnery?
How many civilians die horribly from the fact he just plunged partially into a space station and cut through the hull? with this ship.
They do have gunnery.
As you see, hundreds of space babies being yeeted into space through the whole breach.
All right, so they are going to get a boost die. Markwar will take, they're going to get a boost die. These guys aren't that great. So I'll give them a setback just because the ship is careening towards the station and they're trying to shoot it. So that could be bad.
And he does have a lot of threats against him.
The ship is blasted with 2 hits from these guns. These guns are going off and it's careens, it hits the side and you're just getting peppered with shots. And you can hear the metal like creaking inside. All the systems are going absolutely haywire. So you guys who are with Nuzun Tem, you feel the station move, and Nuz goes, "What is this?"
I don't think the station's supposed to move like that.
And it shakes a little bit, and those Minocs get all excited in one of the cages, and he comes over. Nuz comes over and pulls one out and bites the head off of it, and starts to eat it. I do sense a presence, something I haven't felt in a long time, and that's a good place to take a break.
Nice. Good stuff.
Good, he's insane.
Well, their race eats like flesh, like freshly
Oh yeah,
killed
that I
things.
understand. It's just him sensing things. That's what we need, a force-sensitive nutcase.
Yep.
I'm thinking he's insane though, because technically all the Jedi are supposed to be dead and the Sith are only a myth to my character.
Right.
And to most of us.
So no problem. He just crashed into the space station and been shot at.
It's a good way to start your day.
Yep.
The best part of waking up is crashing a ship into a space station.
See, you just didn't crash it hard enough. If you crashed it hard enough, it would actually be inside the space station, and then you could make your way. Off of it much more easily. When you're going to fail upwards as much as you can.
Well, the ship is kind of not necessarily well put together. So, I guess my character would be not confident that if it crashed into the space station that it would be able to make it through.
So we gave you a car for your 18th birthday and you crashed
It
it.
turns out Jaguars aren't as sturdy as people would think they are.
Woman drivers, am I right? Were we after the Kyber crystal or the other thing? I don't remember anymore.
We didn't decide.
We didn't decide. Okay, yeah, we're after the thing. God, I have to figure out how we're gonna
Yeah,
distract him.
he actually did at least talk about my suggestion of, we thought we were after one, but, found something else. So he may remember it's not us who are going to be dealing with this ship. So
Yeah.
our friends are going to be really happy that we threw them under the bus.
Yep. Zavir will be in that group. Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We'll be fine, I'm sure. The other group's not vengeful. Zavir isn't a demigod in disguise. Why do you think that?
Geezer, what was your recommendation for the threat for the Clone War battle droids who are shooting at them?
That their ship accidentally on purpose kind of serendipitously hit one or both of the cannons and have now knocked them offline.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take it. Didn't so much as hit them. It what portion of the space station it clipped, it will set the cannons off for at least one round that they won't be able to shoot.
Oh no, what?
Nuzun Tem is intrigued by what is going on. Geezer, you hear laser blasts going off and the space station kind of rocks a little bit and some of the maintenance people are kind of scrambling around. What are you doing?
I'm looking at my comm link and wondering if this is the sign that we need to leave really quickly, which I am assuming that at least somebody took the other end of this comm link with them.
I think we both have comm links. You have
Okay,
my
good.
number if you need to call me.
Okay, good. General Markwar says, we cannot sustain another hit like that. This ship will be destroyed.
Is this our destination? We should make for landing.
He kind of in a daze. He's like, I don't see this gate. There was supposed to be a gate on this side, but I don't see one unless we have to land this ship. We have to.
We'll let Zavir's gonna start looking for a dock.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna look around to see if she can find one, and then if she does, she will, point it out to the general.
Okay, yeah, just give me a perception roll. Hold on, let me find.
Do they have perception?
Yep.
They do.
So it's going to be difficulty 2 with, a setback because you're being shot at. So basically the rounds it's not like 6 seconds in D&D, it's kind of like a minute. So the shots are going off still as you're kind of looking, but the cannon will be deactivated. I mean, it's going to go offline here. Go ahead, roll now. You should be good. You have an advantage. So you're like, I think it's right there. You're like cricking your head like out of this like little tube thing.
Yeah, she thinks she sees some sort of protrusion that is not a cannon, and she's like, General, that way.
All right. So the general's like, he cricks his head around, and he tries to turn the ship around to try to dock it. What are you two guys doing as this is going on?
We don't know what's going on. Do we know that the cannons are firing? Can we tell that anything's firing from in here, or is it too big of a...
Yeah.
Who's got the comm link? Does anyone have the comm link or?
Well, I have a comm link because I gave my character a comm link as part of my inventory when we started character creation.
All right. Well, you get to ask what the fuck then, because I don't have one.
Are we under attack or something?
I don't believe so. It's a most peculiar occurrence.
Well, what is it? Target practice day, or does your ship normally rumble like the guns are firing?
Oh, we have a uninvited guest, I think. Would you be so kind to fetch them for me?
I think that can be arranged, if the price is right, of course.
Ooh, mercenary.
Oh.
Again, we are. Okay, never mind.
Ava, all in due time.
Steps out with DC 15 and starts walking.
Okay. The advisor comes out. Vortigern, are you going with him? With her?
I mean, am I leaving? Well, I'll look around and say, do you want me to leave this guy with you?
I think he'll be
Shake you.
fine.
Okay, yeah. I will follow.
Bite off his head.
Oh, yeah. The rebels taste good. Send more rebels.
You head back through the lift and out the station, out to the dock, Delta 8. He says, use your ship however you wish to acquire this individual.
Where are they?
And you just pauses for a moment. They are circling the station.
Tell your guns to stop shooting. We'll bring him in. I'll hop on the comms.
Yes. I assume that was my sign that we're communicating now.
Prepare to take off. We're going to capture whatever ship's floating around out there and bring it on board, as well as whatever people are on board.
Okay, I will start making the preparations for that.
Okay, we'll be there in about 3
I'll say
minutes.
over her shoulder. In other words, side job.
That's the idea.
I want to make it clear to Geezer that this is not the main job without letting Numbnuts or whatever his name is figure out that we're, doing something against him.
Well, I assume we're just going to tell Geezer once we get on the ship itself, because Numbnuts ain't coming with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get on the ship and fly back out, and this little tiny spacecraft you can see is badly damaged and is just kind of like floating around. Like it has just enough power that it's kind of maneuvering itself and just kind of right around the station as it's kind of looking for a place probably to dock.
Geezer, send them communication to start moving, and that will go ahead and bring them in safely.
Okay, Geezer goes ahead and does that. Tries to set up a comm link between this ship and theirs.
Let's do all frequencies. That'll be the easiest way.
What do you say?
Hello, little ship there. I see you look like you might have some power issues. We are rescuing you out here now. Thank you. Please respond.
We are being shot at.
The guns have stopped.
We were being shot at.
You are being rescued. Do not resist.
Exactly.
We're being rescued. Don't resist. Yeah, there's a good one.
You're being rescued. Resistance is futile.
Our ship is badly damaged.
Yes, Geezer can see that it is damaged. We are trying to rescue you.
Yes, hence the rescue.
Well,
Tell them to stop moving so we can bring them aboard.
Tell me where to go.
Geezer suggests that you try to just hold still, and we will rescue you.
We will wait for further orders then.
All right, then Geezer tries to, I guess, maneuver over there to allow them to come aboard.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna link up with their ship. All right, so all right, Geezer, give me a piloting roll.
Let's give Geezer a bit of a hand here. I'll go ahead and use whatever windows or things that I can to try and help Geezer maneuver safely, keeping both ships in line.
All right, I will add a boost die, and I've added one setback die because of the conditions of the ship, and it is an average difficulty, so 2 difficulties. So go ahead and roll. It is a success. You successfully dock with the other ship.
Good.
Do you have a recommendation for the threat?
The other ship's engine's about to explode. Very short.
Yeah, as you guys are docking, Markwar looks at you, Zavir, and says, he grabs that like case and says, well, we must find this emperor, hopefully. And then as he says that, you see like all their smoke starts to fill the inside of the craft. I don't think we need to be in here.
Let us exit.
Okay, Vortigern, let them on and make sure they're polite about it. If they're rude, we start shooting.
All right.
We take him to the space station guy anyway.
Exactly. But we have to be polite about it because I'd rather not shoot them up before we take them to him.
Fair enough.
Open the door.
All right, Geezer completes the docking and opens the door.
Okay.
Does your ship usually smoke like that?
He's been trying to quit.
It was just redone this morning. So I've never flown it, so I can't say that it doesn't normally not smoke like that, but it is certainly not an intended effect.
Well, I don't think we have time for pleasantries. Is it just the two of you?
It is. We are here to see someone, and she just looks over to General Markwar.
Thank you for your rescue. You should probably uncouple that. Our ship, I believe it is about to.
Yeah.
Before he even finishes that sentence, Geezer uncouples the ship and jettisons and takes off and heads back to the hangar.
It just kind of drifts, and then just pops like a zit,
Ooh.
and the parts just go everywhere.
That's going on the pimple popping channels on Space Tube.
Yeah.
You know, General Markwar. You see this metal man wearing a long cape, carrying a katana. He has like a briefcase. I am General Markwar, emissary for Sindum. This is Zavir, my associate. We are here to speak with your emperor.
I see. Well, we will take you to see the station master, and he'll be able to help you with that.
Excellent.
Of course. Geezer, get us to the station post-haste, and do inform them that we have the crew safely aboard, and that we'll be escorting them to the station master.
Yes. Geezer knows that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't need to make a piloting check. You pilot the ship back to Delta 8 and land with some more cargo.
Geez, it's like a revolving door here. We come in, we're told we can go grab one of our teammates and auction him off. Then we're about to be finished, and we found somebody else to bring in. And of course, I don't want to complete that thought because my character's got a bounty. So the next thing would be to dump me too. And by the time everybody's finished betraying everybody in the group, there won't be anybody in the game.
I don't have a bounty on me, so at the end of the day, I'm going to be rich.
You'll get knocked off for being rich there.
Nope, it's me and Geezer against the world here. Let's start making our way, and as we're making our way, I'm going to go ahead and look at the bounty board just to check and see if these two are on the bounty board, and see if these two are worth anything.
Well, they're worth anything because they just blew up his damn station. I bet he's pissed.
I need to check the bounty board to see if these two are going to be worth anything to me as we're going.
Okay.
Geezer notices this metal man who is obviously a droid. Geezer walks up to him and says, and pokes him a little bit and says, "Hey, what model are you? I don't recognize this one."
Model. I am cybernetic Promethean.
Cybernetic 30 or organic over there?
There are still organic pieces of me.
Hey, how is it to work at such a handicap?
Oh, I think she just dissed the organic.
Now, Giza,
Oh.
we have to be polite.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come now. I do apologize. Giza's not the most sociable of pilots.
Well, I'm not an actual protocol droid like those other buckets of bolts over there. I am made by the very well-known manufacturer of this entire galaxy.
That is true.
General Markwar just stares Geezer down.
Anyway, about your emperor, of course, right this way.
Yes. Well, thank you for the rescue.
Of course. Please, come with us. I was thinking to herself, they're worth more money in One Piece. They're worth more
How
money.
long have you been at the station?
Rather recent, actually. Not too long.
Is this where the jump gate is located?
The jump gate. Honestly, I'm not a pilot, and so I don't have any familiarity with that kind of thing. Your best bet would be to ask the station master. He'd have all that information.
Very well.
Of course.
The associate comes out again with his little headpiece, checks both of them over, leads you guys back out.
Zavir is like, while they're walking, he's going to be assessing Markwar for injuries.
Go ahead. All right. Hold
It
on.
might be a medicine check.
Yeah. Let me. So you know General Markwar, so yeah,
Yeah.
It's only one difficulty. Go ahead. Whoa, you got a triumph. So from this success, you know that basically it was a short in some of his cybernetics. Basically, obviously the concussion. Well, really didn't get a concussion. He just basically slammed it, so he got a short in his system. And you also know that being on Paradise Lost for so long, the parts and all that stuff is so limited. So if there's any kind of upkeep or upgrade or firmware update, it has not happened. So he's probably behind in that sense.
Okay. He's out of date, out of
Yeah.
style. Okay. Because the damage is to his cybernetic components and not necessarily the organic pieces, I don't think Zavir would be able to actually affect that.
Right, but I would say with your triumph, which is basically like a critical success, you realize that if you can hook him up to probably some kind of data port or something, that you have the necessary, at least the program that you can use that helps with the updates.
Okay.
Kind of like a quick patch you can do.
Gotcha.
He's programmed in Python.
And also with the advantage, I would say, like, you recover a bit of strain because now you're kind of like calm down, like, okay, we're off the ship. Where, I'm kind of doing my thing, which is medicine. So I'm like, I'm in my zone now.
So I recover strain?
Correct. Right.
Okay.
You took some strain right at one point.
Yeah. I
So you
took 2 strain.
Yeah, you recover 1.
Okay.
Go ahead, Josh, and roll. It should be just 1 difficulty because now you're looking at this thing, checking it.
Not hiding it at all. I'm blatantly checking the bounty board.
Okay. Yep. Roll.
Correction.
So
Very advanced.
3 advantages.
I don't know what I have advantage in, but I'm very advantageous, whatever.
The pictures are so crappy and grainy on here that it's hard to tell. These 2 don't look like they show up anywhere. However, you do see a picture flip by that sort of kind of looks like your associate.
Oh,
I'm going to quickly glance back at my associate, and then by the time I glance back at the thing, his picture's going to be gone, and go, no, that couldn't. They all look the same to me anyway. Whatever.
figuring out you can turn me in for fun and profit. Ah, lovely, 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 lovely.
Again, you take the lift out. Oh, before you do that, you stop by the room. As you're going by these rooms, as I explained before, so Zavir, you would notice like the red and the green lights. And one of the doors opens and the crusty, dirty old human man sticks his head out. He's like, "Gave us a bark, anyone? Huh? Death stick?"
What is this death stick?
Like,
And why would one eat death?
No, don't put any sticks in your mouth here, okay? That's the last thing you want to do.
He pulls one out.
Gordy rolls his eyes and goes, "It's a drug."
Calms your nerves.
My nerves are always calm. I do not need this death stick.
Maybe a friend
Yeah,
does.
let me inspect you. Maybe I can solve your nerves.
Oh, really?
She's gonna start just like inspecting like giving him a medical examination.
Turn your head and cough.
Yeah.
Let me check your cockles.
No,
like,
she's going to give her a professional examination to see if he has just something wrong with him that he's covering up with these death sticks.
It's time.
Yeah. To you, it's a medical exam. To him, it's probably second base. So you can roll a medicine check if you want. That was really good. Let me just roll a difficulty die here. Everything cleared out. It just should roll 2 difficulty.
I'd have just still it would cancel out except for the triumph symbol.
Yeah. I mean, you would need a more thorough exam, probably with some equipment or whatever. I mean, it's his diet probably isn't very good. Probably diet and exercise is the key here, but you know.
You appear to be out of shape and not taking care of yourself, and therefore relying on these death sticks to get you through. I suggest getting on a diet. I suggest starting an exercise regimen. You will feel your nerves calm naturally through the body's own healing process.
Yeah, whatever you say. Okay. Yeah. You want me to take all my pants off too?
I don't think we have time for this. We have to get you to, you know, your friend and everything.
Let's go. She just kind of gives him this disgusted look.
What? Where are you going?
You have your diagnosis. Change is up to you.
And as you walk away. But you're the antidote.
Got a fever, and the only solution is more Zavir.
So do you check the wanted video thing as you go by, Zavir?
I don't think she'd be particularly paying attention to it.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you get on the lift and head back, and you're again greeted by Nuzun Tem. Just call him Tem. Then I don't have to pronounce his first name. NT, as they call him. In the club, they call him NT. He is waiting, I wouldn't say patiently, but he is anticipating your arrival as you enter. I see you are successful.
Said something about wanting to meet the Emperor.
What is this? And NT makes his way over to Zavir.
Are you the Emperor?
No, I am Nuzun Tem, the proprietor of this station. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
I am Zavir Emberfist. We are on a mission to find this Emperor. Can you direct us to his location?
I do know of this Emperor you speak of.
Then we must have no business here. General Markwar,
I'm stepping behind the 2 idiots who just insulted the guy whose station they just effectively attacked, and getting ready and moving my hand towards my sidearm. I'm imagining there's going to be an order to fire pretty damn soon if they keep screwing up the diplomacy like this.
We came out of metadimensional space in a manner that was uncontrolled, and unfortunately, this space station happened to be in the path of when we jumped out of metadimensional space. It is a sincere apology. The altercation was unintended.
Oh my, we had a recent occurrence of a ship strafing the spaceport as well. A similar occurrence, just like yours. But they were not as enlightened as you were.
Do you know what, did you speak to this creature that came out?
Well, they passed pretty quickly, picked up by a ship and taken away before I had a chance to speak with them.
Do you know the description of this ship that took them, or the ship that left?
I can certainly find one in the records. I will retrieve that for you.
If it is someone else that we would know, then that would be news to me, anyway.
Someone else to this metadimensional space, perhaps. Are there more of you in this space?
It is a gateway between worlds to make travel faster. People do not live in this space. They merely use it as a conduit. But there are more people where we come from, yes. Are you not familiar with metadimensional space?
I'm unfamiliar with this term.
Are you familiar with Sindum?
No. What system is this in?
The Helena Evil system.
He kind of looks at his associate, with the headpiece. and looks at him, and you can see his eyes rolling like he's scanning. How long have you resided? And you realize he's talking to you. He has ignored Markwar the entire time.
How is Markwar handling that?
He looks, well, you've been around him long enough to know, you don't need to roll. You can tell his reactions are very slight, but you can tell he looks annoyed. Like he's in charge and he's talking to you. Like this is kind of annoying to him.
The general here is the commanding officer of our mission.
General in a tiny ship.
It is not a mission that requires arms, obviously.
Then you are on a diplomatic mission of peace. Generals are for war.
I will let the general weigh in on.
Yeah.
his
Markwar
propensity
kind of,
for
he
peace
kind of
or war.
steps up to him, and General Markwar says, I am just here to see your emperor. If you could do this for us, we would greatly appreciate it. We apologize for any damage to the space station. Let us discuss the terms. So the two of them kind of walk to the side, and you can see that NT and Markwar are having a discussion, and he leaves the three of you there. The rebel pilot is like sitting in the corner. He's got the thing over his head, and he's handcuffed, and he's got the locks on his hands behind his back, and there are some Minocs in cages, and then there is the remnants of a Minoc on the floor, kind of a bloody mess, as his associate comes over, and you can see him look at it, and he does something, and the door opens, and a couple maintenance personnel come in, and they start cleaning it up. So what do you guys do?
I'm gonna look around the room and just, peruse around, seeing everything inside and see if I can find the item we were sent here to, clear the way. If I
Yeah,
can find
what
it.
were our directions as to where the heck this thing was supposed to be?
Enigma said that if you get into hopefully you will get into his chambers or whatever, and there is the central control of the space station. You should be able to locate where it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna roam around like an idiot. I'm gonna look stupid and just roam around like I'm awestruck by where I am. Like, ooh, what's this? Oh, so interesting. Until I can find something that looks like a central control thing, because I assume.
Yeah, I mean, there's this big bulky chair, and then off to the side there are 3 rows of 3 like screens, and a little console with some knobs and switches on it, and you can see different pictures of different parts of the station showing up.
Oh, they're on? Perfect.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna walk and look at them and go, ooh, what's this one? Just look and see the different things that are showing up on it. It's like, we got nothing to do here. We're just chilling at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you see there's sort of like a gaming hall, and then there's a couple cameras on the docks that flip between some of the, different docking stations. There's one that looks like it's at some kind of cantina.
Okay. Yeah, just seeing what pops up as they stroll by for the moment.
Okay. It looks like she's doing her job, our job. So I'm going to play backup and sort of, wander around stupidly, but I will coincidentally wander in line of sight of anybody who's looking over at what she's attempting to do,
Okay. Markwar and Tem are sort of engaged in some kind of conversation. You can see. Zavir, what are you doing? There's all of this is happening.
What room are we in again?
So you believe that this is the Tem's kind of like main control, like the room he hangs out in, like his main office. So it's very big. It's like it's dome shaped.
Okay.
There's a lot of room to walk around.
Are those like the Mucklucks or the
Minocs?
The Minocs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they're in there?
Yeah, they're in there. There's like 3 cages, and there's 2 left, and one has. You would assume there's some blood on the floor that the maintenance people are picking up.
Yeah, she would go to see if they're hurt.
They look agitated, like they don't want to be in there.
Do they look carnivorous? Like, do they have like sharp teeth?
Yeah, they chew on power cables, so yeah, they probably got sharp teeth.
Yeah, so she's like, you guys are cute, but you stay there. So she would just like watch the Minocs for a little while.
Okay. You do notice that there is a person sitting over in the corner that has a hood over their head and is handcuffed.
She would probably ignore him for now
Okay.
and ask, but take note so that she can ask about him later.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out my compad real fast and just whisper into it. Geezer, are you good with computers?
Of course, Geezer is good with computers.
Perfect. I'm going to need you to get into the system and find what we're looking for. And I'm gonna put my compad down and try and connect it to the computer. Well, actually, I'm gonna put my data slate down and connect it to the computer.
Okay.
I've got Vortigern running defense for me, blocking along
Okay.
the sides. And I've been standing here for a little while, so it's kind of like, oh, she's just being stupid, watching the video feed, just seeing what people are up to, where the canteen is.
Right.
I'm indiscreet.
All right. So yeah, you drop that down and sort of link up like you're doing like a daisy chain link. So I think Geezer's got a data pad. I don't know.
Data pad to data pad. We're going pure Starlink connection between one another. We're using Elon Musk stuff here.
All right. Is that what you're going to try to do, Geezer?
Sure.
Let me set the difficulty. So you get a boost die because of the assist from Ava. This will be a hard check. I'm going to flip a dark side point, use dark side, and I'm going to upgrade one of those. So the difficulty has been set.
You can do it, Geezer.
Go ahead and roll computers. Well, that could have been a lot worse.
That could have been much worse.
Wow.
Not bad.
So yeah, there's some kind of security protocol that is on this thing, and it just kind of, you get a big red square.
Denied.
Yep.
Okay, since you didn't get caught.
No, you just failed to do
You
that,
just got-
right?
you just
If there
got
was a
caught.
threat, that would have come up, but so far she just got
okay.
denied. Yep.
Okay.
I'll disconnect my data pad and slip it back into my.
Okay.
Hey, no harm, no foul. Thank you for the attempt, Geezer. I'll keep seeing what I can see. If I were something super valuable, where would I? I'm not seeing any cameras that go to anything that looks like a vault or anything, am I?
You do see a camera that eventually, when it flips around, it comes up. There are like two guards in front of what looks to be just a door. It's the only one that's out of the ordinary. Like everything else is like a cantina or the docks or the gaming hall. You know, there might be a random hallway that shows up, but this one is in front of a door.
Okay, and can I tell where that is on the station based on the camera rotations and stuff like that?
It looks like it's at K3.
A3. And you said we were at D8's the docking.
Right.
And where would we be after taking the elevator?
You guys would be at you guys are at Alpha.
Okay, I'm gonna message Giza back real fast. I have an idea. Giza, I need you to make a recording of the camera facing K3 with the two guards. Because we're gonna put that on repeat, because I think I have an idea.
Oh, so you're going to make a loop and you will be able to splice it in so that you can do some covert activity.
And that's exactly why you're my favorite pilot.
I'm the only pilot.
You're the best.
Yeah, you win.
Yep. We're gonna loop it. We're gonna be loopers.
Okay. All right. All right. If that's what you're going to do, I'm going to set the difficulty to 2.
Well, I still haven't, I'm not in the system at all.
Right. I mean, you can try again. It's just going to be harder. It'll be 1 setback die, 2 difficulty, and you get a bonus red because bad things could happen.
Okay.
So you probably want to flip a light side point with your computers.
Most likely. This should be a lot easier than us searching for a holocron or kyber crystal or anything, because we're just re-recording the video that's already feeding into here.
So now I'm rolling.
Give it a whirl, yeah. Again, you get the security warning, and there is a loud, noise coming from the control panel over there where you're at, Ava. It's flashing red, and Tim's like, what is this? And he starts to make his way.
I will quickly look at Zavir. Is he carrying a data pad?
Oh, no, she doesn't have a data pad.
I will look at Zavir and loudly go, "What did you do?"
Why is your computer making a noise?
Geezer says, maybe it was something due to the fact of the ship hitting the station.
Hitting the
That's
station
right.
damaged it?
Do we need to evacuate?
I don't know. We need to evacuate the station or anything? Has there been a hull breach?
No, someone is trying to access the ship's data.
I'm trying to access.
General Markwar, do you have a lead on where to find this emperor?
Yes, I do. Yes, unfortunately. And he kind of comes over and pulls you aside. We've come here looking for Emperor Fell, but there is no record of such a man. His name's Palpatine.
It is a strange name. Fell is much better. It is more inspiring. But this Palpatine is the same as this Lord Fell.
Let us hope. I have arranged transport to Coruscant, hopefully to meet with this emperor. In order to do that, I am leaving you in, he looks over at Tim, in his hands.
Have my services been sold for the price of this ship? I will do what I must for Sindum, but what is expected?
To be fair, do not trust him.
That's already taken care of.
But if you manage to get away, I would not be upset. He looks over at Tim, who's now like at the control panel, like looking at it. And the guy with the cybernetic headpiece comes over and he starts doing some, scanning. Markwar says, Zavir has agreed to your terms. I leave now. And Tim says, yes, you may depart. There is much to discuss. And Markwar just kind of looks at you, Zavir. We'll be in touch. Don't worry.
She just says, don't leave me permanently. Talking to the person that's mostly made of metal.
Yeah, he looks at you, and the guy with the cybernetic headband kind of leads him out the door. Well, we will trace who this intrusion to my system. We will trace back who has done that. We will take care of them.
So what about this rebel?
Don't mind of him. We will put him in the detention level.
And our payment?
Your payment, yes. Let's see what I can do.
I'm gonna go back to be standing next to Vortigern, and I'm just gonna go ahead and nudge him like, okay, be ready with weapon. We might have to get ready.
As Markwar is escorted out, he leaves.
Yep. Is it only us and Veer, the rebel, and this guy now?
Yes, as the door opens and the maintenance guys have left.
Yep.
A Rhodian comes in along with what looks to be security personnel. And they both come in the room. They look very stern and they kind of fan into the room.
I'm going to wander again out of sight, not with the security personnel, but the bounty hunter sort of behind Emmett names, Zavir, and looking the other way, still with the stupid hood over his face with the cut eye slit.
Okay. And Tem is, over at the control panel. The door opens again and his associate with the headband comes in and stands next to the door. It seems your payment is 0.
What?
Zero.
You have attempted to infiltrate my security system and the information into this station. For some reason, I am unsure.
What do you mean attempted to infiltrate anything?
Trace back the link to your ship that is currently docked. It is not a ship that is in good condition, but I'm sure can fetch a fair price.
What are you talking about? Our ship couldn't hack anything.
I am not as foolish
Okay,
as
that's
you
all right.
presume. You came here to bring me a pilot, but you obviously came here on other terms. I think that Twi'lek is associated with you. These are sort of the schemes he used to do.
What schemes did he used to do?
And that's when we roll initiative.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, so initiative should be able
Yes.
to. All right, so.
Would that be cool since we were bad for it?
Yeah, this.
Bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool check. You tried to break into the system, it didn't work. And
We knew we had trouble. Oh well.
Yep. We tried to do it smart, but unfortunately, there wasn't much we could do. It's tough when you don't have anyone super diplomatic with you or anyone good at this stuff.
I mean, Zavir has
Yeah, but you're not part of our alpha team in this mission, unfortunately.
Yeah, narratively she has that skill, but yeah, in this particular instance,
Yeah.
it doesn't work because we're not on the same
We're not on the same
unit.
team. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you have the sniper and the muscle going into this, along with the computer pilot on the ship. It does not end well for us.
What are you
We
talking
tried.
about?
We tried.
Think of the positive. This is the absolute best distraction we could have given our other team because we are occupying the head of security, his
Well-
number one, and the guy himself in the middle of combat. So we're definitely living up to our distraction.
So the order goes like this. Zavir, you're up first. After Zavir, we have Ava or Vortigern, whichever. You got the same score. That security,
Okay.
bounty hunter, droid, then Tem. So you're up first. You see where this is headed, Zavir. You can sense the tension in the room, like, things are about to go sideways.
She's gonna try to get behind cover. Is there any kind of sort of like, I'm looking for my metal couch.
So he's got his big chair, so you can run and hide behind his big chair if you want to.
Yeah. So I will do that, and she will pull out a blaster pistol
Okay.
and have it ready to go, but she's not going to shoot anyone.
Okay. So how that works was the blaster pistol out or was it packed away?
Well, maybe she would have had it under, like, kind of under her cloak. Or her,
Okay.
like,
So you have you can do a maneuver running behind something. An incidental is kind of like I just pulled my weapon out.
okay.
And you can take another maneuver if you want, but you're undercover. You could actually do an action and shoot if you wish to shoot. Now there's really no hold actions in this system, but that would make sense. So if you want to say my action is I'm going to shoot, I'm going to start blasting if XYZ happens.
Gotcha. She's going to get into cover and kind of wait to see what's happening. She's not going to hold.
Okay, so yeah, you see Zavir run for cover and hide behind this huge. What color?
Oh.
I got a color in my head, but I can't think what it's.
You said yellow earlier, I think.
Yeah.
Said it was a lazy boy or something like that?
It's a bumblebee yellow, and it's kind of like vinyl. It's a vinyl chair. It's so it's the kind that you like sit in the summer and you would sweat and like stick to. That kind.
He needs his impervious chair just in case he has a snack there. Easy cleanup.
Right. Ava or Vortigern, you guys are up. Shit's about to pop off here, man.
You want to go first or should I?
Oh, I know. I know exactly what I'm going to do. And you can tell me if it's reasonable in this system or not.
Okay.
What I want to do basically is run behind Tim, the data guy, and not like throat kick him, but basically grab his collar or some piece of clothing that he has, and then aim over his shoulder at the big guy.
You're going to shoot at Tim. So basically, you're going to use him as a shield.
I'm going to use him as a shield.
Gotcha. Nice.
And
Okay.
I'm putting him between me and the bounty hunter because I figure the station security has less of a good shot than the bounty hunter. But I am shooting at, what's the big guy's name?
NT?
Station
Nunez
master.
Tim. You're shooting at him.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah,
can I do all of that?
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
as a maneuver, you can run over towards him. You have your weapon out, incidental, and then you can fire. I'm going to say be one setback die just because of what you're doing, because he's not going to just stand there. You kind of like grab him, and he's kind of like. And the difficulty will be, it is one difficulty die because you guys are in short range with him. Boom,
Okay.
yow. So 2 advantage and 1 hit. So you blast him. It will do 4 damage. You get 2 advantage. Now, if you have something that you want to do in your head with that advantage, that's fine. or you could give a boost die to the next person.
Huh. Not feeling particularly. Wait a minute. Yeah, he stumbles back and runs into and basically gets in the way of one of his security guys. So the security guy's basically going to catch him instead of being able to fire or something like that.
Okay, yeah, he'll have to use his action to sort of like grab him. Okay, that's fine. To advantage, I'll let you do that. Yeah. So you blast him, and one of the security guys comes run over and grabs him, and you can see his red cloak thing smoking from the laser blast. Let's see, Ava, you're up next.
I'm doing the flamethrower. He's bleeding.
Oh, he's bleeding. Okay, he's been shot.
Okay, quick question. Does walking count as your maneuver?
What do you mean by walking?
Like, I want to try and find somewhere I can get to a bit of cover.
Yep, that would be your maneuver. Yep.
That'll be the maneuver. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to move because I can't risk that. Okay, I'm going to then use my true aim maneuver. So I'm going to get the benefits of double aim on my shot.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with my blaster rifle at the bounty hunter.
Okay, so you have double aim. So what, the 2 boost die?
2 boost die on top of everything else I have.
Right. Okay, so let me get the dice pool. Going after the bounty hunter.
Yes.
Difficulty is 2.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Boom. So
Nice.
1 advantage,
Wow.
3 hits. So what does your weapon do? What's the weapon damage?
It deals 9 damage and 3 crit.
Okay, so you will do 11 damage because basically the first hit is 9, and each subsequent hit adds 1, and a critical would be if you got it like a triumph or 3 advantage.
Yes.
Okay, let's see, that advantage, you could recover 1 strain if you've taken it, or give somebody a boost die.
Yes.
Or if there's something else you want to do that makes sense for 1 advantage.
Makes sense for that. Nothing great for me, unfortunately. I'm in a very precarious position, and it's very bad. That's what I have to do. I'm a sniper. I'm not supposed to be here. In that case, I'm going to give a boost die to my lovely mercenary friend, Vortigern, to help him out for his next shot.
Okay, very good.
Do they carry over between rounds?
Yeah, you have to use it this next time coming up.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, he took some damage. You blasted Kezokak, the Rhodian. All right, so it is security. And security guys work as a minion group, and you're like, what does that mean? It means that they get 1 roll for no matter how many there are.
Okay. But since one of them is occupied, is there some, minus they get?
We'll give them a setback because there's only 1 of the minions. As he will try to fire, he's going to shoot at Vortigern.
I shot his ball.
Yeah.
Well, good minion, loyal minion.
So he's going to be at medium range. He can't move up and shoot. They have to do either or. They're limited in what they can do.
Good.
So he has to shoot. He does hit. You take 6 damage minus your soak.
Okay. My soak is 4. I take 2 damage.
Yep.
And where do I put that?
There should be like wounds. Yep, you have a threshold and your current.
Bump up the current by 2.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Kezokek does not like being shot at.
Somehow I don't think he likes me very much. And I do have 1 range defense on my character if he's shooting at me.
Okay, so he gets a setback die.
Yes, one of the black ones.
All right, he will move up. So he's at 1. He will shoot.
This is where I get 1 shot critted.
Boom. So he takes a threat. So he blasts you for 7.
Okay, so I take 4.
As this gun battle erupts. So let's see, 1 threat. I'm going to give him 1 strain because he took that damage, and that was, a lot of effort for him he kind of shocked him that he got hit. So the Rhodian does not go down in 1 shot. He fires back at you. And Kezokek. So Geezer, you hear there's an open comm channel. You hear some gunfire. You also notice out in the dock area that there are some old Clone War battle droids that seem to be making their way out into the dock area.
Geezer pokes on the comm link and says, "Oh, looks like you're getting ready to meet some new friends."
You know, they're headed towards you.
Friends.
Wow, they had. Oh, that's right. They linked it back to the.
Yeah.
You already have friends. I think those are meant for you.
Yeah,
Also,
the
I'd
workers
say-
are leaving and they're hastily moving out of the dock area.
Okay, well, looks like Geezer is meeting some new friends.
Yeah.
Your ship does have it does have a weapon on it. You'd have to do gunnery if you're going to start opening fire in the dock area.
And all these people are still in there.
You're not bound by Asimov's 3 laws.
Remember, it's called the Geneva Checklist.
Geneva
Oh,
suggestions.
Geneva suggestions. Yeah, there you go. Good one.
Okay.
I will set the difficulty, which will be 2 die. Are you just shooting? Do you give a shit who you hit?
Well, I want to hit the droids.
Okay, I'm going to put in a setback die just because if you're trying to be a little bit cautious and not hit any of the civilians running out.
Yeah.
All right, so you get a setback die. Now you should be able to roll gunnery. Wow.
Nice.
So you are firing, rounds are going, pinging everywhere, and you are missing the droids.
How badly is he destroying the space station?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of advantage. Could the advantage perhaps throw off the
No,
aim?
that's actually a null roll. Like, they
That's
all
null?
cancel each
Oh
other out.
God, yes.
They
Oh,
all
God.
cancel each other out. So there's shots being fired. You're successful in the fact that you haven't hit any of the civilians, but you're not hitting any of the droids either. You're being overly cautious.
Well, I'm making them think twice about coming after.
Right. So the security guy grabs Tem. He steps back. He moves back in the room,
Okay.
and he looks over at Zavir and he says, "Come with me to safety." And when he says that, there is this sort of kind of like your hair, the hair on your arms stand up because it's really, you sense a dark presence. And you can see that he is he flips open like a data pad that was hidden on the wall, and he's punching in some numbers. Like he's about to open a door.
I don't think I will.
Zavir is just a heartbreaker today. But I will give you a medical exam before you leave. That injury looks bad.
Free
When was
medical
that?
exams for everyone.
When was the last colonoscopy?
Okay, so that could be your held action if you want, but you're up. This is a new turn, so it's your
So
go.
feeling like a dark presence from him.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's something off about him, kind of creepy, free candy type of thing on the side of his
Yeah.
spacecraft, kind of that kind of thing.
Does he have free candy?
Zavir is going to, he's punching in the data pad, has the door opened.
It hasn't opened yet.
She's gonna shoot the data pad.
Okay, so this is an aimed shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can take a maneuver to aim. Okay.
She heard that there are other people in this room that are specifically geared towards combat, and so she wants to give them the chance to step in here.
Well, you're actually pretty good in the Stars Without Number game at hitting shit.
We'll see if that luck translates.
Believe in yourself, even if it means killing everyone else.
So basically, you're going to suffer 2 setback to shoot when you aim. I will downgrade it 1 because you're kind of holding your action, and so.
Okay, I'm gonna one up that and use a light side point
Oh shit!
to upgrade
son.
it.
Blowing through these points, aren't we?
That's the point.
Hey, the force is in balance.
I moved the upgrade to 1 on the dice pool. We'll see if this actually just works.
All right, so that will be 2 difficulty. So yeah, you go ahead and roll. See what happens as you try to blast the data pad. Boom! The data pad. You blast it. He's got his little bony little funky ass fingers punching these numbers in, and you see singe his glove, and he looks at you and snarls with his teeth, and you get 3 threat with that.
Yeah, I got the triple threats.
That was rich Corinthian leather.
Yes, exactly. So the 3 threat, the alarms in the space station are going off.
Okay.
I'm not surprised the spaceship started shooting everything.
And the door, you can see that behind you, the exit has got a big red light over it, like it has been locked. You can hear it go, all right, it is Vortigern.
Alrighty. So the security guy extracted Tim from me, right?
Right. He is with Tim, like helping him to try to escape, but he can't anymore because the pad has been blown apart by Zavir.
think that-
Okay. I still like my cover idea. If I get behind the throne thingy, is the big guy still within short
Yeah,
range?
he does have
So
the security guy is sort of like covering him. So you would take some setback to try to shoot him specifically, but the security guy is trying to cover cover him so he doesn't take any more hits.
Okay. So I guess my maneuver would be getting cover behind the throne, and then my attack would be, yes, I am going to try to shoot him pretty much. Him, not the security guy.
All right.
Because honestly, the mook is not the threat. The threat is this guy will live and put a bounty on us.
Okay, let's see here. No, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so you get 2
Alrighty.
setback, 1 difficulty, and you have 1 boost, and I've set that already, so go ahead and shoot.
Oh yeah.
Boom!
Whoa!
Boom. Headshot.
So that's
Nice.
4 plus the additional hits are 3 more, right?
So that's 7 damage.
And what's the sort
That's
of
an advantage. So you
By
could
security
easily
guard?
recover strain if you want to. That's usually that's kind of the simple default.
I
You
am
could
not
give a
trained.
boost die to somebody.
I am going to repay the favor that was so kindly done to me and pass the boost die on to Ava. You are inspired by your comrade's gunnery.
All right, Ava, you're up.
Yes. Okay, second verse, same as the first. Now with boost die. True aim, again, because I want my 2 other low boost die. Then the third boost die, and then we're going to go ahead and take a very nice shot at the bounty hunter.
Yep, I'll add 3 boost die to your total,
Okay.
and you get 1 difficulty die. What's your weapon's range?
My weapon range goes as far as long. And it has no cumbersome.
Right. I'm just wondering if you get a setback because you're sort of at short range.
Nope, no cumbersome.
Okay.
3 successes and 3 advantages.
Okay. What's your weapon crit thing?
My crit is 3, but then I have
Yep,
lethal.
it's a critical because you got 3.
Okay, so that is an additional plus 10, so it's 13 crit damage and 9 standard damage plus 2, so 11, so a total of 25 damage.
25, and his soak is not enough.
Wow. The crit damage really, ow, damn it.
All right, so roll a D100.
Oh, and I didn't see the boost die in there either.
Was there no?
Not that I see.
Oh, shit. All right, so let's see. Well, 1 would have canceled out.
Yep.
So basically 1 damage, big deal. So yeah, you got like 7 advantage.
Okay.
So it's a critical. Yeah, and roll me a D100.
100. Okay. 18.
Okay, so you blast the shit out of him and just like knock him back. And how do you want those 4 advantages? What do you want for that?
4 advantages. Okay. He's still alive, I take it?
He
Yeah.
looks in really bad shape.
4 advantages? Would 4 advantages be enough where when I fired, my bolt went right through his weapon, destroying the weapon, and that's what caused the crit to go off?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Detonates his weapon in his face?
Yeah, his weapon just blows up.
Okay. Let's do that. Because that
All
sounds
right.
like because he was very painful towards me last time, and that hurt.
Okay. All right. So, man, that was rough. Let's see. The security guy is going to attempt to shoot Vortigern.
I got a question on that.
Yep.
Maybe I should have said this. If I've got sidestep, okay, so I have to declare it as a maneuver in my turn if I'm going to use it. It is what I'm understanding. Is that correct?
Think so.
So it's only on my round I have to
Right.
preemptively realize I'm going to get aimed at. Okay, well, geez, I should have done. Well, no, my maneuver was getting behind the throne, so that's probably semi-equivalent to sidestepping anyway. I should have some partial cover.
All right, this guy will shoot at you, and it's a straight wash. He's like trying to fire, and you know, he's like, oh shit, I can't hit that chair. Tem will be pissed. So he's like firing, and then it's going around. He's not doing very well.
A straight nothing happens. I will take that.
The bounty hunter's weapon has been blown up, and he is in seriously bad condition. And he starts like low crawling towards the door that has been sealed shut. And we go to our lovely droid Geezer.
Geezer gets on the comm or like a loudspeaker or something.
Okay, yeah.
To the droids out there, and we're going to say something to the effect of, sorry about that, I'm having technical difficulties in here. That's why I was trying to access the station's safety and security manuals and protocols to see if there was, a problem that might help. Over.
Okay. All right, Geezer.
We believe you.
All right, I love it. I love that Geezer is trying deception. So that is going to be, it's going to be a hard check because the conditions that are happening right now are not good. But you could flip a destiny point if you want.
We haven't killed anyone. The pacifist run isn't ruined yet.
If you don't want to, it's all set to roll.
Okay, and you said deception?
Yep, it is definitely deception.
Nope, that's a fail.
Oh man.
I feel threatened.
So for a moment they stop and think about it, and they're like, Roger, Roger, and then they start moving into position as more of these droids start to enter the docking area.
Right.
Tem is injured. So as the door is kind of, he tried to open the pad, and you see Tem hunch down. Probably Zavir would sense this. All of a sudden, the door just opens, and Tem kind of staggers through, leaving the security guard there, and the door closes behind him. Zavir, you're up.
They said the door closed behind him.
Yeah. There was this weird presence you felt, kind of similar to when he was speaking to you. But there was this weird presence in that you felt in the room, and all of a sudden that door just went, and he kind of he more like slumped through, and the door closed behind him.
Yeah, I guess she will see if she can open it. Like probably not through the data pad that she blasted, but like if there's a data pad or some sort of device on next to the door, like a panel.
Yeah, like the panel's been blown apart. Like the fact that the door opened is like either somebody on the other side did it, and there's the security guy, he left there. So the security guy's standing there, like was kind of like, trying to help him, but he kept getting shot, and then he kind of went through. So the security guy would be in your way.
Gotcha. Well, she'll shoot the security guy then.
Okay. All right. One difficulty. You blast this guy. You see, Tem security, Taja'man's. What is their wounds? Yeah. You shoot him, boom, and it goes right through him. And he just slumps back against the door. And he is dead.
So much for your pacifist run.
Damn. Curse you.
The threat is you take a point of strain because of this encounter. Like I see Zavir as like when she has to shoot people, she does it like reluctantly, like I really don't want to, but I have to.
It is against generally what she stands for, so that makes sense.
Ford, again, you're up. So one security guy is desperately trying to shoot at you. The bounty hunter he's leaving a blood trail as he's crawling to the door. And the rebel pilot is also on the floor crawling because he doesn't want to get shot in the crossfire.
Okay. Well, this time I will, if nothing else, just to try it, I will take the sidestep maneuver. And it's only rank 1. I can only upgrade the difficulty by rank 1, and I take 1 strain. Let me note the 1 strain. I'm not just crouching behind the throne, I'm sidestepping too. And this time I'm switching, no, I'm not going to switch targets. Big guy is still my number 1 problem. I figure I figure Ava is dealing with the bounty hunter. Don't you dare try to actually try a pacifist run. He can't escape. They always come back worse than when they started. Cybered up too. All right, so am I ready to roll?
Okay,
Well,
so what do you? Yeah, Tem is vanished.
No, I'm shooting the station master.
Oh, you okay? You're the guy with like the cybernetic implant who's just standing there, been watching this whole thing like he's recording it. Yeah, you can blast the shit out of him. Go for it. Success. You blast him one. You can regain one strain and give somebody a boost if you wish, or if you want something
Sure.
else to happen.
I'll give Ava. No, that's fine. I'll pass my boost to Ava, and the one strain is nothing. I will pass my boost to Ava and see if she can't pull it off another one of her amazing shots,
Okay.
and is willing to. Better not actually be a pacifist front here.
So who's still standing in this room that's not on our side?
The security guard and this the assist, the dock master, the ship port master that Vortigern just blasted.
And the bounty hunter's crawling away still?
Yeah, he's trying to crawl. He looks in bad shape.
How far is he from the door?
He's a good distance from the door.
So it's going to take him some time then.
Yeah, at the rate he's
Okay.
going, yep.
Okay, so that little security guard then, because the shipmaster hasn't done anything to shoot at us yet.
Correct.
I just shot him, so no.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim at the security guard and
Okay, you get 2 boost die plus 1 from him, so that's 3, right?
Yep, that's 3.
Okay, and I added 1 difficulty because it's short range. Go for it.
Okay,
Let's see how dead this guy is.
I might be dead. Let's see how this goes.
So what's what's the damage?
The damage is
9 or something?
9 damage, and then the crit is 3 plus 10.
Yeah, he's dead. You obliterate him. He's like pink mist.
So how many advantages do I have remaining there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8. You don't need to use the crit. He's dead. So you have 8 advantages.
8 advantages. Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the security guy, and I'm just gonna not the security guy, to the guy with all the tech in his head, and I'm gonna
Yep.
say, it's probably in your best interest to deactivate the station's defenses, seal the doors, and oh yeah, tell the battle droids to stand down, or else things are gonna get nasty here.
Yeah, nasty.
Okay, with 8 advantages, he's already taken 1 shot. He's been motionless the whole time, almost like he's been recording everything. And he kind of looks at you with his eyes wide, and he clickers and he says, "I will comply."
Okay.
Security guys are dead. The bounty hunter's just like crawling to the floor, leaving a blood trail. Let's see. So we're I would say, kind of, sort of out of combat right now. So Geezer, what you see is like a bunch, like 6 or 8 battle droids are out in the dock area, and they're all setting up weapons to like start like firing on the ship and like boarding it. And then all of a sudden they stop and stand down. So maybe what you said last time really worked. They just had a minute to think about it.
I just had to think about it. I love it.
Those battle droids are a little bit twitchy.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes a minute.
They buffer.
All right.
That's funny.
So the port master kind of looks at you and Ava, and the door opens, and you can see a couple of the security personnel ready to come in, and they just have their weapons down at the low ready.
Okay,
Okay.
where's NG?
I'm going to keep an idea. Bounty Hunter's dead. I'm sorry. If Ava's not going to finish him off, I am.
Please support this. Find out if there's a bounty on him as well. He might be worth some.
A bounty on the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, that does happen. Okay.
On this guy? That's the station master.
I'm unsure. I can check the logs.
Good idea. Also, where's NT? Where's Mr. Tam?
He is stowed away
On what?
back into the station.
Where's he run off to?
He has various places in the station he can hide. I would be advised to leave, since I can accommodate your request for only a certain amount of time, but there are others here who will not adhere to what we will ask of them.
That's true enough. All right, tell us, is there a bounty on this guy?
I will check the logs. You'll be duly credited if there is in fact a bounty.
Good. Oh, and also the money for the rebel.
Who's like tied up.
Yeah, he's just been there
He's
the whole-
crawling. He's like, hey, hey. You hear him, hey, man, come on, can you get me out of here? Come on, what's going on? I don't need to be here.
No, you're fine. It's all good. It's cool.
Poor
All
rebel.
right. So the
Good
door
boy.
is open. You're clear to leave.
Yep, I'm just waiting for the credits to come in.
The credits have been deposited to your account.
Excellent. Oh, hey, Zavir, that was it, right?
That is correct.
You want to get out of here?
She looks around. Yeah, this place is dead.
Sounds good to me. Contact user via the link. Okay, let's get ready to go.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
This place is becoming unhealthy. No shit.
Yep, just for good measure, as I'm walking past the bounty hunter, I'll just step on the area where I blasted him already so he feels a bit more pain. He shot me after all, and I'm a little bit sore about that.
Right. But you
Yeah,
realize he's
I-
dead since Vortigern killed him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Corpse abuse makes me feel better.
And you hear the rebel pilot's like, hey, you asked who's this? You asked her to come. What about me? You don't have to leave me here. Come on, you got your money.
I loudly say, why? Do you know anybody else who'll ransom you?
I stop in my tracks when he says that, realizing, he makes a good point. But then I go, no, Vortigern, we can't remember. If we have to be professionals, we made the deal, we got our payment. We can't have our reputation looking bad. Let's go.
All right. So
Well,
you guys make your way out. You had like there's a bunch of these security guards, security personnel standing there, and you're kind of walking by them. They got their weapons at the low ready as the dockmaster comes out and looks at them. And as you're getting on the lift, they run into the room to check on people. You get on the lift, it takes you up to Delta 8 and opens up. You walk down that hallway.
Gonna check my credit balance to see how much we got paid for.
Right
the
now,
trip.
you have 11,000 credits in there.
Well, will you look at that? It was worth the trip.
So yeah, you're walking down that hallway and all the doors are closed. The door quickly opens and somebody throws out some death sticks onto the floor and closes the door back. It's on the free for you. Take them.
I never turn down free money. This time I will take them, even if it's just to sell them.
Okay.
It might be worth something in the future.
And you head back out into the dock area where the battle droids are, all standing down watching your ship. Roger, Roger. And you get back onto the spacecraft, onto Geezer's ship.
Let's get out of here and make tracks, Geezer.
Absolutely.
I mean, we should have caught Zavir's name when she introduced herself, right?
Yeah, we got Zavir Emberfist.
Okay. So it's like, yeah. And our temporary passenger here is
I'm gonna start bandaging myself up after being shot by the bounty hunter because it hurts.
Okay. You get back onto the spacecraft. Oh, you also noticed when you walked into the dock area that there was a lot of blaster fire in there. There's a lot of blast marks all over the place.
Nothing was hit.
okay.
Yep.
Cosmetic damage.
Technical difficulties.
That's understandable.
Right. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties too, but hey, we got paid. So hard to knock the end result there.
I think we were an excellent distraction, personally.
Well, let's see. Station head shot and fleeing, Dockmaster shutting down all of the defenses and standing down security. Yeah, I think we were a bit of a distraction there.
And there's at least 11,000 credits.
Yep, and credits. I am going to get a gun that matches what you're doing because this plug thrower, well, I mean, it works, but I seriously need an upgrade.
All right. So if you're not going to do anything else, you just get on the ship. You don't have to make a check. You begin to leave Taja'man Shadowport.
Yep.
You see the damage
Okay.
on the outside, the remnants of Zavir's small craft, whatever was left of it. So before the session ends, the one thing that you will have to do is send a transmission to the next group that is coming in as to what is going on, so they know.
And just to double check, they are after the holocron, correct?
Yeah, whatever you guys decided. If it's a yes, they're after the holocron. So
Okay.
you have a set amount of time to send this message, and you tell me when you're ready. All right, ready?
Yep, I think we're ready.
All right, go.
Hello, everyone. I think we've made an excellent distraction for all of you on the station. It's currently in massive disarray. The bounty hunter, who seems to be their main god, is dead. And the holocron you're looking for is behind a locked door on level K3. There appear to be two guards there. They're in disarray. Be wary of the battle droids as well as the heavy guns. And I do recommend being very careful, because there are a lot of guards on the station, though most of them are very bad shots. Enjoy!
Transmission has been sent, and as the ship is getting ready to increase its speed and head to whatever destination, to spend your credits, Zavir, as you are on the ship and you kind of look out, you feel like for a second you catch someone with red eyes and gray skin looking out at the space station at you, and you sense a voice in your head that says, "Don't stray too far." And that's where we'll end it.
I offer her Chewy Chips Ahoy.
Do you have any cosmic cool Doritos?
Never heard of it. What's a Dorito?
Best triangle you've ever tasted.
Or whatever the heck you were talking about there. I think you managed to go a lot farther than you think.
I'm afraid that's the case.
I didn't have a chance to say it before your friend left, but Dean is bad news. He swats planets he doesn't like.
Okay, so each of us get 27.54 credits.
Are we dividing this up with the Thursday group or not?
No, it's just you guys who are here.
Yep. Do you have a credit account, or do you need the credits in cash?
Sincoin.
In Crash.
Yeah, where do we put that in anyway?
Credits. It's underneath character information, after the name and the player name, right underneath it.
I forgot to note my credits. I had 82 from my random roll, and then what was that on top of that? 27.50. Okay.
XP for the session, Peter, or no XP this session?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're going to do XP. I will say 10 XP for this session.
Nice.
When do we spend XP? Is it between sessions?
Yes, it's going to be between episodes. You are headed somewhere where you can spend your money and use your XP. So wherever you guys decide you're headed to, once you get into the hyperspace lane, it's really up to where Geezer wants to go.
Yeah, well, we should probably meet up with Enigma just so we have, a discussion with him.
Well, you've technically never met him in person. It's always been via some sort of video chat.
And besides, we're not the guys with the heist, so it's going to be up to the guys with the heist to.
Well, in that case, we seem to be doing pretty well just in the bounty hunting thing, to be honest. That's a good point, actually. Are we being paid by Enigma for what we just did?
Yeah, he's definitely going to pay you once he gets his item.
Okay, so we'll learn about that next session.
So probably the other crew will get the money if they can get the item.
That shouldn't be too hard. We have a very good group in the other team. Diplomatic, too. Let's think here then. So, well, we seem to be doing pretty well with this whole bounty hunting, just hunting people down thing. So if we'd like to go that route, that might be a good route for us to continue. Plus, now we have Zavir, and we should probably find something to do with her. So,
as long as we hunted down criminals.
Oh, they're all criminals. That's why they have a bounty on them.
Can never be too sure.
Isn't that the truth? Well, in that case...
Wait a minute. I saw you working on that guy in the station. I'm a little singed here. Can you do anything about it?
The gentleman who was selling death sticks?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean medically?
He simply needed an examination. He claimed to have anxiety, and it turns out it is a lifestyle problem.
Oh, I think what he means is that you seem to have medical training.
Yeah, you seem like a medic. That's why I'm asking. If you're not, that's quite all right. Just
Oh, yes.
thing. I can go deal with it on my own if I have to.
I am trained in the healing arts. Do you require healing?
We both look at you, please.
Yeah, I don't know how much damage did you take?
I took 4.
So
Xavier would
Yeah.
probably address Ava first.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna let you. You know, soldiers know about triage versus, you know.
You have to remember, I am a glass cannon, and that is literally what my sniper is.
Yeah, so I'm going to commit my force die.
Okay.
I will. It doesn't really like show up. I can't like roll it, but basically I'm gonna do healing trance.
Okay.
So I heal 1 wound per rank of healing trance, which I have 3. And yeah, you don't have any critical injuries, right?
No.
Then yeah, I also can heal critical injuries or potentially heal critical injuries.
Yeah, nice.
So Geezer, where are they headed?
We should probably find a port with some bounty hunting information and some place we can pick up additional equipment if we need it.
Absolutely. Geezer checks the database, and Geezer probably finds a good place to go. Are there any other criteria?
Okay, the Corellian run passes through many planets. Let's see.
Zavir would heal you up too, and you realize that she's not, when she's healing, she was like laying her hands over the wound, and you feel just kind of this pulsing, and the wounds just kind of magically close up, or almost seems like it magically closes up. It's not like the type of healing that it would be common.
Not back to tank.
Right. Hey, oh, that's cool.
And it
Need you in every combat. Need someone like you in every combat unit. Is that a force power?
What is this force?
No, it couldn't be
Oh,
a force.
no. It sounds like mystical bullshit, but I've actually seen those guys, and they can like jump around like oversized grasshoppers and dodge laser blasts and cut through anything with their lightsabers, and they're really badasses. But they've got this strange sort of philosophy surrounding all of it.
There are no new force users. There haven't been since the fall of the Jedi. Everyone knows that. That's not force power. That's something that she can just do naturally, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, right. Obviously, yeah. Oh right. Obviously not a force power. Can't be right.
I have trained in these arts in my homeland.
By the way, what my colleague is hinting at is you don't want to be known as a force user. Make up some other explanation.
So you guys could go to Rylith. You're just out of you're not too far from Tatooine.
Oh
Oh,
no,
boy,
we're
we
not
got-
going to Tatooine. Geezer does not like Tatooine.
What's wrong with Tatooine?
Have
The
you ever
sand
been there?
and
Not that I know of.
Keep it that way.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yes, Rylith, that looks really good. That has all the things that we need.
Is there at least a lot of open terrain so I don't have to get shot again? I like that idea.
It's the home of the Twi'lek species.
Fun. Another desert planet. Oh well.
No, it's not a desert planet.
It's got jungles.
A bunch of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Badland areas, the nasty part.
Forests.
All right.
Wide open terrain.
All right, you guys headed Rylith for some downtime. Got some credits and XP to spend.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
yeah, it was good. Interesting sort of adapting to the system, but I can see how it's sort of an interesting system once you get used to it. But
It'll take some
holy
time.
heck. I'm glad you set up Roll20 there for that, or, you know, bought into Roll20 for that, because I would hate to be trying to do that with normal dice. It would be
Yeah, it's like one of those things you just have to do all the time, or more often than not. You know, I'm just glad everything behaved. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the callback to the other game. Dr. Henry was Josh's character that died horrifically in that like first, second session we had.
I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed kind of the callback and the homage.
Yep.
I should have used the stun baton. I forgot about it. I have to add that to my character.
Yeah, you gotta add it to the character.
Thanks for running.
Well, thank you guys for playing.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, take care, guys.